Mike Campbell. I think I've talked to just about all of you guys leading up to this tournament. It's a pleasure to be here at the national office and run these events. I don't work a day up there. This is all pleasure for me. I'm inspired by the work that you guys do. Exactly what Mike said, I echo those sentiments. That's my job, is to make sure you guys have competition opportunities. So I thank you guys all for being here. You're the reason we're here. You're the reason the kids prosper. We produce great boxers in America. I wanted to share with you a few of the stats. This is my 15th consecutive national tournament, and this shows our growth, and I've sorted it by event. So these are the 3 Western qualifiers we've done, the last 3 Junior Olympics, Eastern qualifiers, and national championships. And you see the trend on all of them. The grays, the non-athletes, the blues, the athletes. So this is a tribute to you guys for coming out. It's a tribute to the staff for the job they do to produce a great run tournament. We just keep growing and growing. You see we're up to 6 rings now in the field of play, including the practice ring. So this is a result of you guys coming here. This week we set another record. Listen, every single one of these tournaments I said the same thing. We set a record in this tournament, and it's true. You can see it. Every one was bigger than the last one. So right here we're at 2019 Eastern, 1,020 athletes we had register, over 700 non-athletes. We're going to have over 725 matches this week in 5 rings. It's amazing. So I thank you guys. I give you guys a round of applause. But listen, I do less and less in these tournaments. I do very little, actually. It's a tribute to the staff. So I want to show you guys, so you have faces and you know who they are and how hard they work. So I want to introduce the whole staff. Can everybody stand up? So this is a combination of USA Boxing National Office staff and then our volunteer admin staff that come from our LBCs. Taryn Cass on the end is our event coordinator. She's organized this entire event as far as venue goes, the building, the vendors, the hotels, the airlines. She's the lifeline for all the officials in getting them here. Bill Wells is from South Texas LBC. He's the one creating all those emails you guys get, all the match tracker results, your bout scheduled, advancing the brackets, the rankings points, all that technical stuff, and that's a lot. You know, that takes every LBC a long time to do, and we knock it all out while we're here. Without that match tracker results, we don't get these stats. We don't get notice from CVBs like the ones that were here earlier that want us to host and give us incentives to go there. So that's such an important role. Brian and Jeremy's designed our logo that we're all wearing, and all of the maybe the last 5, 6, 7, 8 logos. Brian is our communications manager, responsible for everything that goes up on the website. All you athletes, you know him, get to know him. Tell him your Instas. Derek Riddell, this is your 4th tournament, right? This is your 4th tournament, anniversary tournament, 5th tournament. So he's also team manager. Took the team to Poland, Hungary, somewhere Poland. He's responsible for getting everything in here, all of our inventory, making sure our rings look good. We couldn't do this event without him. Instrumental. Mauricia is a boxer from Dallas, Fort Worth area, and really important in our event, doing our awards and looking after all the glove runners and really glue that sticks it all together in the field of play. And this is about your 6th tournament now? 5th tournament in a row? Thanks. All right, I'm going to assume together. Brooke, Mallory, and Scott make all the bout sheets happen, do all the hard work, all the stuff that makes your eyes go bleary, and they're the reason we don't stay up until 1 o'clock. They're the reason you have bout sheets early. So they're technical experts on tournament builder and everything else. And of course, Alicia here, you know, everybody knows Alicia refereeing in the ring, but here she's our book handler. She's organizing our check-in and everything else, and basically managing most of our staff. So this is another reason we're not up too late. Anyone not here? Who's not here? All right. This is what I want to tell you guys. A lot of you guys are LBC administrators. A lot of you guys are officials at home. I always want new staff, new admin staff. The best boxers come here, and boxers grow here, and they go back and make all the other boxers better. Same thing with officials. Same thing with staff. So we want to have admin staff here from the LBC so you go back and run your events better, run your local shows better, your regional tournaments. So all your LBC leaders, suggest staff for us. We will bring new staff. This time we brought Tamika from Philadelphia. So we're trying to always grow, okay? On that note, okay guys, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna run the draw in a minute, but I got a captured audience, so I got a few things I wanna say to my staff. Again, you guys are LBC leaders. Raise your hands if your LBC supported your trip, gave you any kind of stipend, uniform. It's like 5%, guys. What about JOs? A lot of you guys came to JOs. They support you JOs? That's a little bit better. Good, good. All right. Well, guess what? Election's coming up. This is the time for you guys to organize. This is the time for you guys to talk amongst each other. Most of you guys have gyms. Most of you guys are board of governors. You have a vote. You're voting for chief officials, a lot of your officials, and you're voting for your next LBC board of directors. So now's the time to influence, to come together with other clubs and have a say on how that money is being spent. David?
Just to give a voice from both ends, with the new way it's done, Qualifier, Eastern, USA Boxing has removed, because I am an LBC officer, USA Boxing has removed the ability for the LBC to generate funds to send away. We used to have the Middle Atlantic, and we would have our regional, then we would qualify for the national. There is no national team.
Okay, so we do a couple things. Boxing Day in America. We give the LBCs one free sanction a year to have shows. We gave you a free sanction for the JOs, the LBC, and the regional. So really, it's up to the LBC board of directors to come together and organize those events. Now, you're talking about not advancing them. You still do have the JO advancing tournament. And it's my experience, a lot of JO tournaments yeah. David, I don't want to have an annual meeting. I mean, we can discuss this. All ideas, definitely. We want to do the draw, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And also the LBCs have to provide financial statements so they know what resources there are. And that's my point. Now's the time to get involved. It's not the time to kick people out of office. Now's the time to step up and volunteer. And on that note, a lot of LBCs don't have active LBC athlete reps. Now's the time to get new athlete reps in there and get them having a say. We got to remember when we come to places like this, we're guests. You know, we're spread out all over town. We're stewards of USA Boxing. We represent our cities back home. We want to leave a great impression. We want people to invite us. You know, they gave us a good amount of our rent paid for here. And so that comes from them wanting to have us. These numbers matter, but also the impression we leave. So we want to be good stewards of our reputation. We want to make sure, we got a lot of young kids in this tournament. A lot of you guys were at the JOs and were in that hotel and know some of the issues there. One of the issue Mike just had to deal with was kids spitting off the balcony. And like I said, Brian just sent me a text that our banner got stolen. So I know you guys coach, you're in the field of play, but we got to make sure that the parents are here, that the older kids are here, that they're looking after all the young kids, because they're all our responsibility. And just like when you're back in your LBC or in your gym at night, look after all the kids that are in here. They're all our responsibility. The alternative is that we hire 20 security staff every day. And that's going to cost tons and tons of money. So we don't want the cost of these tournaments to go skyrocketing. After the tournament, we send these after-action reports out. These are so important. These are so important. We read every single one. We take that feedback. There was a lot of feedback about the coaches area, the study hall, and that's where we got those ideas to keep those going and to build those. So please keep feeding that back. The coaches area this time, it's a little bit different. It's going to be inside the field of play there behind the bleachers. It's doubling as an area for the weigh-in holding, and also that's where we want you to have your warm-ups, wrapping your hands. It's very important in the hallways, because there's about 5 or 6 other trade shows going on and lots of people here. No run in the hallways, on the stairs, the escalators. You can be running outside or in that coach's area. That's a huge area that we provided. So please, all skip and rope, all hand pads, only in that coach's area, not in the hallways. That ring is provided to you guys for sparring, for your boxers who come out of the tournament. That way you can keep them engaged, keep them interested, keep improving while you're here. A lot of you guys come from smaller areas that you don't have access to this group of boxers, so definitely utilize that for sparring. Make that a good experience for all your boxers. But we wanted to limit the sparring to non-weigh-in times, so once the weigh-in is closed, then we can start sparring, and we're not the session when there's boxers in the ring, okay? You can use that area for warming up.
Just real quick, and I know you guys want to get to the draw, but this is real important. Mike said I had an opportunity, which I did. I just got done talking to the police. Okay? Coaches, please talk to your boxers that we are ambassadors of our sport. We're ambassadors of our boxing gyms and our families. We had young boxers who were unaccompanied that were spitting over the railing onto the models down below. We are going to review the videos. If I can identify them, they will be removed from this tournament and be suspended from coming to national tournaments. That behavior is ridiculous. So please have that serious conversation, or the crucial conversation, with your boxers. They wouldn't do that at home. They wouldn't do it in somebody else's house or their grandmother's house. There's nothing worse than being spat on. So that reflects poorly on all of us. And so when the Lindas of the world, and we go out and negotiate having great places and have money come in to help offset the cost of these tournaments, which are very expensive, they talk. And if we have boxers spitting on kids or on people, that's going to make everything be more expensive for all of us. So please have that conversation. Don't spit your gum out in the sink. Be nice to people. Okay? And to me, there's nothing worse than being spat on. So have that conversation with your kids. If you have several young people, assign an assistant coach or a parent to make sure. I understand kids are running around, but there's nothing worse than that. So please be aware of it, and please make sure you're holding your kids accountable, because you wouldn't want them spitting on anybody at your gym. So sorry about that news, but that's the reality of it. If we can find out who it is, they'll be removed from the tournament.
You want to talk a little bit about last 2 tournaments? All right, guys, we're going to get started with the draw. We're going to start with the elite females, then move to the youth, and we'll progress from there. Matched bouts. This is, we will offer matched bouts for you guys. We want you guys to come here with an experience. Any boxers who came who are unopposed, they can make matched bouts. Any boxers who, and if you find an unopposed matched bout, please make the match with the other opponent, this coach, and then bring that to me, and we'll add it to the bout schedule, okay? We talked about a few other matched bouts. Just bring those to me. So this draw is being live streamed. Kyle from Parkway Productions is live streaming it for us. I want to show you a few of the resources you have. If you go to usaboxing.org, right at the top is the event we're on. So the World Championships are going on right now. Girls are doing really well in Russia. And here's the Eastern Qualifier. There's also a link over here that says Watch Live. That'll take you directly to all the information for the Eastern Qualifier. So this is the link you're going to want to send home to everybody because it's got the live stream. Here's the tournament draw going on right now. Maybe. There we are. Here's also where you find the brackets, the results, and the bout sheets, okay? So this is important. It may look a little bit different on your phone. It'll have the menu here. Just go down and find the Eastern Qualifier or find that link here that says Watch Live. All right, after we do the draw, we'll publish the brackets and they'll update. We do our best to have the correct times on there so you can get when they're boxing. These are also going to be posted down in the coach's space on the wall. Oh. Okay. It's our policy that if you have two boxers from the same club in a bracket, and that means the same club, same coaches, same cornermen, not same hometown or same LBC, that we'll do our best to keep them on opposite sides of the bracket within all reasonableness. Some of these brackets are huge. We don't want you to travel down here and then have to box someone in your own boxer the first day. So any discrepancies, typically bring them up to our attention when we get to that bracket before we draw it. But Mari's going to go ahead and take any discrepancies you have already, if you want to let her know. Were you going to hang out? Okay, she'll probably hang out in the back of the room, and she's going to pull the brackets for us as well. So that'll help expedite the process a little bit. So if you don't bring them to our attention, then we don't know about them. We'll probably make a policy in the future where you can actually let me know ahead of time, and I'll put it as a note. But it's 1,025 boxers. It's difficult to keep track of them all. So they have to be brought to our attention here at the draw. Okay? All right. Any final questions before I go ahead and commence the draw? All right. We're going to start with elite females, 112 pounds. We have 16 boxers. The elite females will box tomorrow in the 6 p.m. session, have Wednesday off, and then they'll go Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right, our boxers in the bracket, our number 1 seed is Mary Gwen Valinga from Utah. Our number 2 seed, Ashley Cincente from North Carolina. Number 3 seed is Christina Cruz from New York. Number 4 is Dalika Perkins from Chicago. And our 5 seed is Yadira Bustillos from Nevada. Also in the bracket, Ellie Marie Torres from Mass. Iman James from New York. Did she come? Jacqueline Kudback from Iowa. Jasmine Hampton from Michigan. Jewel Lambert from Brooklyn. Kristen Rios from San Antonio. Lena Vezani from Brooklyn. Madeline Ballin from Missouri. Nina Powderly from Chicago. Sabrina Slatterly from New York. And Stephanie Chavez from Orange. I think we have some conflicts. No conflicts are being brought to our attention. We'll draw the bracket. All boxers will be boxing tomorrow. No buys. Valinga versus Venzani, Kudback versus Powderly, Bustillos versus James, Lambert versus Perkins, Cruz versus Bolin, Torres versus Chavez, Rios versus Slattery, Hampton versus Cincente. Okay. Moving on to elite female, 119 pounds. This is a non-Olympic weight class. The final will be contested on Friday in the noon session. We have 3 seeds in this bracket. Mariana Gonzalez from California, Alexis Araziamonis from Texas, is the number 2 seed, and the number 3 seed is Alyssa Diaz from Boston. Asia Smith from Cleveland is also competing in the bracket. Sharice Jones from Cincinnati and Sarah Ardell from Maryland. There'll be 2 matches on Tuesday with Wednesday as a rest day, Thursday and a Friday, Thursday semifinal, Friday final. Any discrepancies or conflicts? We'll draw the bracket. The 1 and 2 seeds have the byes. Boxing tomorrow is Diaz versus Ardell and Jones versus Smith. Elite female, 125 pounds. There are 21 boxers in this bracket. They'll be boxing every day, Tuesday with a Saturday final. Please note, on Saturday, the session will begin at 12 noon. Also, Friday's session will begin at 12 noon. The elite and youth boxers will box in the 6 p.m. session on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. "21 boxers. The number 1 seed is Issa Mary Aquino from Texas. Number 2 is Nefertiti Miller from Connecticut. Number 3, Olivia Hendrickson from Arizona. Number 4, Carissa Brown from Florida. Number 5, Zoe Glass from Michigan. Number 6 is Sinead Shank from Chicago. And the 7 seed is Melanie Costa from Massachusetts. Also competing in the bracket, Alexandra Fernandez from Texas. Destiny Yasso from Dallas. Ayana Verduzco from California. Jacqueline McTamney from Pennsylvania. Shahoska Chamorro from California. Latanya Wingate from Detroit. Megan Owen from New York. Nayeli Rodriguez from El Paso. Nita Ibarra from Tulsa. Olivia Bleckschmidt from New York. Roberta Pappas from South Carolina. Sarah Flood from New Jersey. Summer Mendoza from California. And Tatiana Gomez from Pennsylvania. Any discrepancies? So the seeds in the bracket are based on the current rankings at that age and weight. We fill it out until we have a certain number of seeds. If we don't fill out all those seeds, then we'll go down to a weight class and pick those boxers up. We'll look up a weight class, and then if we haven't reached the number of seeds that we need, then we would go down an age group. But here we hit 7 seeds. So I'm going to draw the bracket. Costa and Flood draw the byes and we'll box on Wednesday. Boxing Tuesday is Verduzco and Chamorro. Miller with the bye. Hendrickson with the bye. Boxing Tuesday is Yasso and McTamney. Gomez and Rodriguez. Mendoza and Bleckschmidt. And Ibarra versus Owen. The other boxers will be in action on Wednesday. Again, no rest days in this weight class. Elite female, 132 pounds. 13 boxers. They will have a rest day on Wednesday. They'll begin tomorrow and then compete Thursday, Friday with a Saturday final. The number 1 seed is Stacia Suttles from the Bronx. Number 2, Diana Estrada from Oregon. Number 3, Catherine Ayura from Chicago. Number 4, Rebecca Main from Pittsburgh. And the 5th seed is Whitney Gomez from Oregon. Are there any discrepancies or conflicts? Draw the bracket. The top 3 seeds receive byes and will be boxing on Thursday. Boxing on Tuesday are Carr versus Morgan, Lopez versus Woods. Main versus McCool, Gomez versus Stewart, Marvin versus Ocasio. Elite female 141 pounds. This is a non-Olympic weight class. Its final will be contested on Friday. There's 5 boxers in this bracket. So there'll be 1 bout tomorrow. Wednesday will be a rest day, and then Thursday semifinal, followed by a Friday final. There's 2 seeds in this bracket. Crystal Aceves from El Paso is the top seed, and Missy Fitzwater from Missouri is the number 2 seed. Also competing is Desiree Jameson from Nevada, Jaika Pavlis from New York, and Stevie Theoharidis from New York. Any conflicts? Discrepancies? We'll draw this bracket. Fitzwater versus Pavlis on Thursday. Theoharidis versus Jameson tomorrow. And the winner will face Aceves from El Paso on Thursday. Elite female 152 pounds. Same format. They will begin tomorrow in the 6 p.m. session with a Wednesday rest day. Coming back Thursday. Friday semifinal and Saturday final. Top seed in this bracket is Susanna Rodriguez Griffin. Number 2 is Morel McCain. Number 3 is Brianna Shea. Also competing is Aisling Holt from Chicago, Algeria Lee Johnson from North Carolina, Arika Skoog from Mass. Brianna Shea is from Madison. Candace Walls from Lafayette. Chelsea Martin from Oklahoma. Erica Donnelly from Texas. Catherine Powell from Colorado. Mary Spencer from Colorado. Morel McCain is from Cleveland. Stephanie Simon is from North Carolina. And Griffith from Indiana. Any discrepancies, conflicts? Going to go ahead and draw the bracket. Powell receives the bye, as does Griffin, McCain, and Shea. Mary Spencer faces Candace Walls tomorrow. Also, Martin versus Skoog, Simon versus Holt, and Johnson versus Donnelly, all on Tuesday. Moving to the last elite female weight class, 165 pounds. We have 10 boxers. The top seed is Brooke Mullen from Pennsylvania. The number 2 seed is Olivia Curry from Chicago. Number 3 seed is Pesene Asuega from North Carolina. Number 4 seed is Caitlin Levine from Kansas. Also competing in the bracket, Catherine Harrington from Ohio, Kendra Reeves from Idaho, Madeline Waltman from Utah, Melissa Ausilio from California, Melody Poprovac from Brooklyn, and Rachel Washington from New York. Do we have any discrepancies, conflicts? Go ahead and draw the bracket. Levine and Washington will box on Thursday. Harrington and Waltman will box tomorrow, the winner facing Mullen on Thursday. Reeves and Ausilio will box tomorrow, Tuesday, the winner facing Curry on Thursday. And Asuega and Poprovac will box on Thursday. We've already drawn the elite male brackets. We'll move on to the youth female 106. Martha Calderon is unopposed. Youth female 132 pounds, we have 4 boxers. The number 1 seed is Jalicia Dominguez from Chicago. Number 2 seed is Nashay Bradford from Toledo. Also boxing in the bracket are Estrella Celestino from Texas and Heather Circa from Colorado. Discrepancies, conflicts? Draw the bracket. Boxing Tuesdays, Dominguez versus Celestino and Circa versus Bradford. This final, all youth female finals, will be on Wednesday. Both of them. Youth female 141 pounds, we have 2 competitors, Carolina Najar from California and Jasmine Fernandez from Texas. When there's 2 in a bracket, there are no seeds. Also, by the way, the top of the bracket's always the red corner, bottom of the bracket's always the blue corner. So Fernandez will be out of red versus Najar in blue, and that final will be on Wednesday. Youth female 165 pounds. Unfortunately, Alexis Lavarine is unopposed. Unopposed awards will be given on Wednesday, just before the evening session. All unopposed boxers will be brought to the ring and given their awards. Otherwise, unopposed can have their awards picked up for them by a coach or neighbor or another boxer, or we will mail them to them. Moving on to the youth male bracket. There were no youth male 101s. It's a non-international weight class. So youth male 108 pounds, we have 4 boxers. Keith Burrows from Maryland is our number 1 seed. Kevin Eurecia from Las Vegas is the number 2 seed. Also in the bracket is Eli Lankford from Georgia and Fabian Arredondo from Texas. These boxers will begin on Wednesday with a Friday final. Discrepancies, conflicts? Draw the bracket. Wednesday will be Burrows versus Lankford and Arredondo versus Eurecia. Youth male 114 pounds. This will be a Friday final. Okay, there's a discrepancy on the weigh-in sheet, so I'm going to hold that for now. We'll come back to youth male 114. Youth male 123. Do you have the master roster weigh-in for the females? Oh, for youth male. No, it would have been on each. I guess that's it.
Class is 114, and
Youth male 123 pounds. They will begin boxing Tuesday, tomorrow, and box every day to a Friday final. We have 10 boxers in this bracket. Looks like the number 1 and the number 2 seeds have dropped out. So I'm going to adjust their seedings. Wilver Hernandez from Kansas becomes the number 1 seed. Ram Gandara from Texas City, Texas becomes the number 2 seed. Jamal Harvey from Maryland becomes the 3 seed. Jose Gonzalez becomes the number 4 seed from Oregon. Also in the bracket, Barrick Wilson from Cleveland, Kedrick White from Mississippi, Keith Colon from New Jersey, Miguel Santana from Tampa, Asiel Flores from Rockford, and Torrey Coleman from Cincinnati. It's a nice looking bracket. Going to go ahead. Any discrepancies? Conflicts? Going to go ahead and draw it. Getting the buys and boxing on Wednesday will be Gonzalez versus Santana. Boxing tomorrow will be Flores versus Coleman, the winner facing Hernandez on Wednesday. Gandara gets the bye and will face the winner on Wednesday of White versus Colon, who are boxing tomorrow. And then also boxing on Wednesday will be Harvey and Wilson. We're going to return to youth 114. We have 6 boxers in the bracket. The number 1 seed is Sammy Arredondo from Houston. Number 2 is Diego Bengochea. Sorry, this was wrong. We made a correction on this. And these seeds are backwards. Number 1 seed is Diego Bengochea from Connecticut. Number 2, Sammy Arredondo from Houston. Also in the bracket, Diego Green from Utah, Francis Scotta from Mass, Giovanni Clara from Illinois, and Tyrell Simon from New York. Discrepancies? Anything? Receiving the byes will be the 2 seeds. They'll box the winners, and they'll box on Thursday versus the winners tomorrow of Clara versus Scotta and Simon versus Green. Youth male, 132 pounds. 132 and 141 pounds both have 17 competitors. So this spilled us over into Saturday. Apologize, I know I had published that these would be contested on Friday, but the finals for 123 and the 132 will be on Saturday at noon. This means there'll be one bout tomorrow on Tuesday, with everybody else boxing Wednesday, Thursday quarters, Fridays semis, and Saturday final. Again, 132 and 140-pound youth male finals will be on Saturday. Just FYI, that's also the case for junior male 125. And I think that's it. No bantams. All intermediate males will be Friday or earlier, and all bantam males will be Friday or earlier. Pee-wees Thursday or Wednesday. Jumping ahead. Okay, youth male, 132 pounds, 17 boxers. The number 1 seed is Michael Gamble from Cincinnati. Number 2, Haven Brady from Georgia. Number 3, Alfredo Martinez from California. And that's all of our seeds. Also in the boxing the bracket are Angel Hernandez from Florida, Daniel Buenaventura from Illinois, Enrique Soriano from Chicago, Gabriel Garcia from California, Jacob Cuevas from Nevada, Yasiel Nieves from New Jersey, Julian Gonzalez from Pennsylvania, Justin Swanson from New York, Kino Luna from Mass, Reginald Clark from Maryland, Richard Colbert from Atlanta, Roberto Gomez from Florida, Solomon Griffin from Chicago, and Steve Johnson from California. Do we have any conflicts, discrepancies? Okay, thank you, Coach. We have a conflict. Solomon Griffith from Chicago and Enrique Soriano from Chicago. We're going to make sure they're on opposite sides of the bracket. Are there any other conflicts? We'll go ahead and draw the bracket. Griffin is on the top. Soriano is also in the top half of the bracket. So we're going to undo this bracket and redraw it. We'll try again. We're going to try again. Okay, Soriano and Griffin, the earliest they could meet would be Friday in the semifinals, so we're going to go ahead and stick with that. So Boxing Tuesday, very important, is Hernandez versus Clark. That will be the only bout contested in this bracket on Tuesday. All other the winner will face the top seed Gamble on Wednesday. All other boxers in this bracket will be boxing on Wednesday. Yes, sir. I was just going over when the finals were. Pee Wee 9-10 finals are generally going to be, Bantams will be on Friday because we have, the numbers dictate that. Pee Wee 9-10 males will be on Thursday finals. The Pee Wee 8 male finals will all be on Wednesday. We were able to move them up. 9 and 10 finals will be on Thursday. Yep. 123? 132. Yep. Okay. Youth male, 141 pounds. This is the exact same number, exact same situation as the 132. So there'll only be one bout tomorrow. Jason Brooks, Cincinnati, and Seiler. Okay. Okay. Youth male, 141 pounds, 17 boxers. The number 1 seed is Antonio Perez from Pennsylvania. Number 2 is Stacy Selby from Virginia. Sergio Martinez from Casper is our number 3. Jason Limon from San Antonio is our number 4. Also in the bracket, Ilarian Seiler from Cincinnati. Antonio Tio from New York. Atula Hassan from Tennessee. Brian Carruthers from Wisconsin. Cameron Regas from Mass, Derek King from Cleveland, Yasir Riley from Cleveland, Jason Brooks from Cincinnati, Jason Limon from San Antonio, Leonel Cardenas from Texas, Amari Jones from Orlando, Sean Brown from Missouri, and Steve Cunningham from Pennsylvania, and Tremarquise Massey from Georgia. We have presented one conflict between Seiler and Brooks from Cincinnati. Is there another conflict in the bracket? Does anyone know if Derek King and Yasir Riley are conflicted? We will draw the bracket. Seiler is in the top half of the bracket. Brooks is in the bottom half, so they could only meet in the final. The 2 Cleveland boxers would only box in the semifinals at the earliest. So this is our final bracket, our final draw. Omari Jones from Orlando versus Steve Cunningham from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, I think now. Tuesday, that'll be on Tuesday, tomorrow, 6 p.m. session. All other boxers will be boxing starting on Wednesday. Again, no rest days. Saturday final. Okay, so we'll publish the brackets to the website electronically, and we're printing them out, and they're posting them in the coaches area on the wall. Coaches area is behind the bleachers in the arena. Yep. Youth male, 152 pounds. There's 8 boxers, so all boxers will be boxing tomorrow. Wednesday will be a rest day for them. Thursday semi, Friday final. Okay, youth male, 152 pounds, 8 boxers. Number 1 seed is Christopher Stallworth Jones from Toledo. Number 2 seed is Amari Jones from California. Also in the bracket, Angel Perez from Pennsylvania, Damon Jackson from Ohio, Daniel Dralu from Fargo, David Romero Ceja from California, DeMontes Duncan from Kentucky, and William Gilmet from Rhode Island. I see no conflicts. Any discrepancies? Drawing the bracket. All boxers boxing tomorrow. Jones versus Perez, Ceja versus Jackson, Guillemette versus Duncan, and Dralu versus Jones. Again, Wednesday will be a rest day. They'll come back Thursday and finish Friday. Youth male, 165 pounds. 5 boxers. The top seed is Deshaun Bundridge from Michigan. Also in the bracket is Bryant Brown from Detroit, Gordy Russ from Detroit, Obed Bardiel from Alabama, and Ricardo Ruiz from Milwaukee. Detroit's got conflicts. Anybody from Detroit here? We'll draw the bracket. Scott, any Detroit conflicts here? Scott's from Michigan. So it looks like they spread out pretty nice, though. Boxing Tuesday will be Russ versus Ruiz. The winner faces Bundrich on Thursday. Also on Thursday will be Brown versus Barty L. Youth male, 178 pounds. We have 3 boxers. Dante Benjamin from Ohio is our number 1 seed. Also in the bracket is Arjan Isini from New York and Alan Faccio from Illinois. Draw the bracket. These boxers will begin on Wednesday. Isini versus Faccio versus the winner. The winner faces Benjamin in Friday on the final. Youth male 201. We have 2 competitors, Bryce Edwards from Oklahoma and Joelaria Alford from Florida. Do we have any representatives from either club? No? All right, we're going to do this final on Wednesday. Edwards will be red, Alford will be blue. This will be a Wednesday final. All right, and youth male 201 plus, unfortunately, Dante White from Maryland was unopposed. That concludes the youth male bracket. All right, show of hands, coaches, do you want me to publish this bracket? It'll probably take about 10 minutes, and then it'll be updated online, or do you want me to go ahead and move right on to the juniors, and we can publish them both afterwards? Anybody? Does anybody not want me to move on? Bantam next. Pee-wees. Do you want me to start with Pee-wees and move up to juniors, or start with juniors? All right, we're going to start with juniors. Or I'll go alphabetical. Bantam, intermediate, masters. That was funny. Junior? Okay, good. We got 1 junior here, 106 male. All right, ladies first. Are we going to call them? You look them up in Web Point and call them. And you look them up in Web Point and call them.
They do?
Yeah.
Just tell them they're not, they're disqualified for that.
No. And you call them and say they need to bring those.
That what they were supposed to do before they go across the scale.
Well,
And a birth certificate.
okay, well, they need to bring them before they can box. Junior female 95 pounds, Haley Cancel from Massachusetts was unopposed. Junior female 101 pounds, Karina Rojas from Texas, unopposed. Again, the unopposed awards will be done on Wednesday. And unopposed boxers are welcome to look for matched bouts. Also, coaches, if you have a boxer who was disqualified today for not making weight, we can try to accommodate a matched bout. Junior female, 106 pounds. We have 3 boxers. Number 1 seed is Camille James from Pennsylvania. Also in the bracket, Andrea Garcia, California. Mariah Bahi from Arizona. All junior female finals will be on Wednesday. So they will begin this with 3. They will begin on Tuesday with a Wednesday final. Discrepancies? Nope. Draw it. Camille James boxes on Wednesday versus the winner of Bahi and Garcia. Junior female, 110 pounds. 2 boxers, final on Wednesday. Number 1 seed is Kayla Gomez from El Paso. Also, the bracket, Isabel Vasquez from Orlando. Discrepancies, anybody? Kayla Gomez will be in red versus Vasquez in blue. Junior female, 114 pounds, 2 boxers, Alyssa Mendoza from Idaho and Milana Padigo from Kansas. This final bout will be on Wednesday. Mendoza in red, Padigo in blue. Junior female, 119 pounds, Jury Rodriguez from Texas and Deva Aguiar from Omaha. This will be contested on Wednesday. All junior bouts will be in the noon session. Junior female, 125 pounds. And just so you know, coaches, as much as possible, we will contest bouts. Boxers who have a match the next day will box earlier in the session. Boxers who have a rest day the next day will box later in the session. And boxers who are in championship bouts will box at the end of the session. Boxers in matched bouts will box even after that. All right, Tuesday, everybody's boxing on Tuesday with a Wednesday final. Number 1 seed in this bracket is Aaliyah Mendez from Houston. Number 2 seed is Faith Mendez from Pennsylvania. Also in the bracket are Jordan Whiting from Michigan and Michaela Rivera from Colorado. Discrepancies. Draw the bracket. Mendez versus Whiting, Rivera versus Mendez on Tuesday. Junior female, 132 pounds, exactly the same. 4 boxers, boxing Tuesday and Wednesday. Number 1 seed, Smith from Denver. Holguin from Texas is number 2 seed, and you also have Chisholm from Connecticut and Ellis from Mississippi. Discrepancies? We'll draw the bracket. Smith versus Chisholm, Ellis versus Holguin, Tuesday. We'll do the finals on Wednesday. Junior female, 145 pounds. Unfortunately, Jackie Garcia from Utah is going to be unopposed. And also 154 pounds, Whitney Brown is once again unopposed. And we won't be posting any more brackets. Junior male, 85 pounds, Devin Arazo from Florida is going to be unopposed. Push the advance button. Okay. So the junior males are scheduled for Friday finals, with the exception of that 125. And a couple of them, junior male, 90 pounds. So I have, okay. Junior male, 90 pounds, the final will be on Wednesday. Also, 165 and 176 plus moved up to Wednesday. So junior male, 90 pounds, two competitors, Terry Washington from California and Javon Taylor from North Carolina. Anybody missing? Taylor out of red, Washington out of blue. Again, that final will be contested Wednesday. Junior male, 95 pounds. Three boxers. They're going to be competing on Wednesday and a final on Friday. Number one seed is Carlos LeBron from Florida. Also, Jeremiah Duran Martinez from Colorado. Kevin Segovia from Fort Worth, Texas. Discrepancies. LeBron, top seed, will face the winner on Friday of Segovia versus Duran Martinez. Contested on Wednesday. Junior male, 101 pounds. There's five boxers. Devin Price from New Jersey is the top seed. Marcellus Smith from Ohio is our number two seed. Also in the bracket, Duran Penrose from Colorado and Trayshawn Seiler of Ohio. Excuse me, and also Valentino Ruiz from California. Okay, this is wrong. Tuesday. So they'll start boxing Tuesday with a Thursday semifinal, Friday final. Smith versus Ruiz on Thursday. Price on Thursday versus the winner of Penrose and Seiler, which will be contested tomorrow at noon. Junior male, 106 pounds. Top seed is Ryan Williams from Toledo. It's the only seed. Also in the bracket, Audion Garcia of Pennsylvania, Kyrie Williams of Georgia, Michael Fernandez of Texas, Orlando Overstreet of Ohio, and Zachary Carter of Illinois. We have one conflict, that's Overstreet and Williams. So Ryan Williams is on the bottom half and Overstreet's on the top half. So I think we're good to go. Kyrie Williams and Ryan Williams both received the buys. Boxing Tuesday would be Garcia and Overstreet and Fernandez and Carter. Junior male, 110 pounds. 8 boxers, so they'll all be boxing on Tuesday. They'll have a rest day Wednesday, come back Thursday and Friday. Number 1 seed, Salvador Uribe from Milwaukee. Number 2 seed, Ramir Walker from Albany. Number 3 is Oliver Alonso from California. Also in the bracket, Jesus Franco, Oklahoma City. Jeremy Nieves from New Jersey. Jamal Brown from Cleveland. Devin Carswell from Detroit. And Antoine Dorm from Pennsylvania. Excuse me. Any discrepancies or conflicts we need to know about? Draw bracket. We have Uribe versus Dorm. Franco versus Nieves. Alonso versus Bowman. And Carswell versus Walker. I think we got more than a couple national champs in that bracket. Junior male, 114 pounds. This bracket spilled over into 9 boxers, meaning there will be only 1 bout contested tomorrow. All the boxers will come back Wednesday and compete. There'll be a Thursday semifinal and a Friday final. Junior male, 114 pounds. Number 1 seed is Floyd Diaz from Las Vegas. Also in the bracket, David Lozada from Milwaukee, Diego Sermenio Uras from Colorado, DeMonte Scott from Detroit, Jaden Lewis from South Carolina, Jesus Valdez from Alabama, Joaquin Roberson from Tampa, Lavelle Bradford from Ohio, and Yahir Calderon from Missouri. Anything I need to know about? Draw the bracket. Boxing Tuesdays, Bradford and Roberson. All other boxers will go Wednesday. Junior male, 119 pounds. We have 14 boxers. Still out there? Please, please. Thank you. Again, they'll be boxing every day, Tuesday with a Friday final. Junior male, 119 pounds. Our number 1 seed is Lennox Rodriguez from Connecticut. Number 2 seed is Dario Villegas from Iowa. Number 3, Troy Davis from Louisville. Number 4 seed is Emiliano Vargas from Nevada. Also in the bracket, Aaron Jones of PA, Cortez Davis of Maryland, Dabin Figueroa of Akron, Dominic Brancato from New York, Francisco Rodriguez from Pennsylvania, Gabriel Montgomery from Florida, Jose Meja Garibo from Omaha, Lucas Trigora from Florida, Randy Kennedy from Missouri, and Tony Hernandez of Texas. Are there any conflicts or discrepancies? We'll draw this bracket. The number 1 and the number 2 seeds will have buys and come back on Wednesday. All other boxers are competing on Tuesday. Montgomery versus Trigora, Davis versus Hernandez, Figueroa versus Meja Garibo, Vargas versus Brancato, Castaneda versus Davis, and Jones versus Rodriguez. Francisco Rodriguez. Okay, junior male 125 pounds. We have a nice even bracket at 16 boxers. That means every boxer is boxing Tuesday. And they will box Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with a Friday final. Number 1 seed, Emilio Garcia from Laredo. Number 2 is Jeremy Ortiz from Illinois. So we have something confusing here. We have 2 number 2 seeds here. So there's a typo. Let me investigate, please. Johnny, you tiebreaker for me? Who you got? So we have Garcia. It's the 1. There's no Ortiz, no Lewis.
Something to do now?
Oops, 125. Emilio Garcia. Ortiz should be 2. No, this is 125. We're in the 125 bracket. Ortiz and Devon Lewis. So where's Lewis? Is there anyone else in this bracket that's ranked? Doesn't look like it. Who? Who should be ranked? Morales? Okay, so what we're going to do here, Lewis loses his seed. I don't see where he has a seed. All right. All right. So number 1 seed, Emilio Garcia of Laredo. Number 2, Jeremy Ortiz of Illinois. Also in the bracket, Alex Meraz of Idaho, Devon Lewis of Toledo, Dempsey Wooten of Oklahoma, Fidel Mireles from Wichita, Kareem Dodson of Cleveland, Makai Phillips of Maryland, Makai Ritchie from Virginia, Paul Hernandez of Texas, Ricardo Gonzalez of Wisconsin, Ryan Zempolitikal of New York, Tyshawn Denson of Akron, Victor Ordonez of New Jersey, William Luther of D.C., and Zyke Sharkle of Louisiana. No conflicts. Everyone's boxing tomorrow, Tuesday. Garcia and the kid from New York, Ordonez and Sharkle, Gonzalez and Wooten, Morales and Meraz, Lewis and Phillips, Denson and Ritchie, Luther and Hernandez. Oh, sorry, Dodson and Ortiz. If there's any questions about seeds, please bring those to my attention. If I made a mistake, we'll fix it. Junior male, 132 pounds. This is our bracket that spilled over and will be here until Saturday. Number 1 seed in this bracket, junior male, 132 pounds, is Jonathan Lopez of Orlando. Number 2, Mario Martinez of Vegas. Number 3 is Charles Harris in California. Abdullah Mason of Cleveland is the 4 seed. Number 5 is Jose Rodriguez of Connecticut. Number 6 is Panduro Angulo of Nebraska, also boxing. Cristobal Bracamontes from Texas. Davion King Foster of Ohio. Gabriel Gonzalez of Texas, Isaias Ortiz of Pennsylvania, Jeremy Reyes of New York, Joshua Gamma of Cincinnati, Mohammed Robinson of Maryland, Prikasa Sunawar of Boulder, Colorado, Raheem Lawrence of Pennsylvania, Richard Hogan of Mass, and Roberto Fernandez of Texas. Conflicts I need to know about? You can go ahead and draw this. Boxing on Tuesday is Bracamontes versus Ortiz. All the other boxers will be boxing Wednesday. And again, this final will be on Saturday. Lost everybody. Who's going?
You should just go to their breakfast on that. What one do you want? What do you want this?
Can you read that one? Should I blow it up? You want one blown up for the wall?
I think it's fine. There's some that are smaller than that one.
Because none of these are happening tonight, so it's not like you can kill me.
Is that 3? Sorry, sir. I'm sorry, the printer's loud. Yeah, I got it. There he is versus Martinez. Vegas, number 2 seed. He's a killer. Good enough? What happened here? Junior male 138. 1, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. What? You got 9 boxers. Oh, I just took out the rest day, so this is Wednesday. It becomes 2. You have 8?
Yeah, right. Oh,
Is he good?
right in front of me.
Guess he's good. Okay, apologies. Continuing. Junior male, 138 pounds. There's 9 boxers, which means there'll be 1 spillover bout on Tuesday. Everybody else will be boxing Wednesday with a Friday final. So our number 1 seed is Danilo Diaz from Florida. Number 2 is Devon Lucas from Texas. Jesse Aviles from Florida is our number 3 seed, and Bobby Pettigrew from New York is 4. Also competing, Anthony Reeves, Georgia, Irving Alanis, Milwaukee, Lamar Smith from Philly, Javier Money from Delaware, Marshawn Hurd from Ohio. No conflicts, Florida? Diaz and Aviles, conflict from Florida. They're both seeded, so they're going to go where they go. Draw this bracket. So boxing on Tuesday will be Reeves versus Alanis. The winner faces Diaz. Now Avila's the top half. So all of the boxers on Wednesday will be Lucas versus Smith, Avilas versus Hurd, and Pettigrew versus Money. Let's get a few here. We'll power through this. Junior male, 145 pounds. They will begin boxing tomorrow with a rest day on Wednesday. Come back Thursday and have a Friday final. Our number 1 seed, Dominic Reed of California. Number 2, Amir Anderson from Syracuse. Number 3 is Salim Means from Philadelphia. Also boxing is Alexis Ortiz from Texas, Elijah Williams from New York, Gerard Thompson from Michigan, and Juan Carreno from Illinois. No conflicts. Draw the bracket. We got Carreno versus Thompson tomorrow. Sorry. Reed will be the only one with a bye, the top seed, and will box on Thursday. Everyone else is boxing tomorrow, Tuesday at noon. That's Carreno versus Thompson, Anderson versus Ortiz, Means versus Williams. Junior male, 154 pounds. 7 boxers. Same as our 45 bracket, so the top seed will get the bye, everyone else will box. Number 1 seed, Jamar Pemberton from Missouri. Number 2 seed, Khalil Abdullah from Ohio. Number 3 seed, Sam Arnold from St. Louis. Also in the bracket, Antoine Hunter from Syracuse, Bryce Leterio from Mass, Keegan Gibbs from Indiana, and Kobe Harris from Louisville. I know there's a conflict with Pemberton and Arnold. Any other conflicts? We'll draw the bracket. Pemberton receives the bye. Boxing on Tuesday is Gibbs versus Hunter, Abdullah versus Leterio, and Arnold versus Harris. Junior male, 165 pounds, 2 boxers, Dante Lane from New York and Nathan Lugo from Georgia. Since there's only 2 boxers, we are able to move this bout to Wednesday. If the coaches of Lane and Lugo want this bout on Friday, just notify me and we'll move it to Friday. But right now we'll schedule it for Wednesday. It'll be Lane in red, Lugo in blue. Junior male, 176 pounds, 3 boxers. Carl Garrison of Texas is the top seed and will receive the bye to the final. Blake Hendershot of New York and Quincy Harris of Cleveland are the others in the bracket. We'll draw it. Harris in red versus Hendershot in blue on Wednesday, final Friday. Junior male, 176 plus. Jose Castaneda of Maryland and Ryan Reed of Michigan. This bout will be moved to Wednesday at noon. Again, if the coaches would rather box Friday, please let me know if they both agree. Yeah, Kirk? They were both seated, so they're opposite. Jamar and Hill. Sam Arnold, and yeah. They both had seeds, so they were on opposite sides. Yep. Drawing this bracket, junior male 176 plus, Reed in red on Wednesday versus Castaneda in blue in the final. Okay, that concludes the junior draw. So at this time, rather than go through intermediate, I'm going to take you guys who are here in the audience. So Colorado Springs, who you guys got? What bracket do you want me to draw? Wait, I'm going with them. They're my home. What brackets you want? Pee-wee, what age? All right, Pee-wee 9'10", male, 60 pounds. We have 5 boxers. Sorry. Okay. Number 1 seed, Jerome Penrose of Colorado. Also in the bracket, Aiden Chavez of Georgia, Daniel Segovia of Texas, Darren Mendoza of Colorado, Xander Pearson of Wichita. No conflicts? Hold on, let me double check I've got the right days. Pee-wee 9'10". We move these up. Thursday final. The draw is fine. We're just going to move the days. Okay. Tuesday bout will be Mendoza versus Chavez. The winner fight will go against Penrose. And yeah, Segovia versus Pearson. All right, I'm going out of order now. Santiago, anyone else? Another bracket? Intermediate female 106. All intermediate females, I think all the female finals are Wednesday with the exception of the elite. So they will go on Wednesday. Yep. Penrose moved up to 106. Luby in red, Penrose in blue. That will be contested Wednesday. Got any more? You good? Intermediate male, 119 pounds. Number 1 seed is Eric Martinez from Pennsylvania. Number 2 seed is Troy Nash from Colorado Springs. Also in the bracket, Jaden Young of Tampa, Kenneth Williams of North Carolina, Latrell King of Cleveland, Rodolfo Rivera of Illinois, and Santiago Bonita of Texas. Intermediate male, 119. They'll have a Wednesday rest day. With a Friday final. Draw the bracket. Martinez receives the bye. Boxing on Tuesday will be King versus Rivera, Nash versus Bonita, and Williams versus Young. Good? Joan, any others? No? Intermediate, male? Intermediate male, 125? Number 1 seed is not there. He's supposed to be a late arrival. Joseph Miranda, late arrival, did not come. Kalik Garrison becomes the number 1 seed. Ruben Miranda from New York becomes the number 2 seed. Damir Sherman Pennsylvania becomes number 3. And that's our seeds. Also in the bracket, Andre Dodson of Cleveland, Christian Ortiz of Pennsylvania, Cooper Moore of Kansas, Debian Osborn of Colorado Springs, Nehemiah P. of Columbus, Robert Tubbs of Cincinnati, and Ronnie Edmonds of Nashville. Intermediate male 125. So they'll begin on Tuesday and box every day. Friday final. Okay, we read the names. We're going to draw the bracket. No conflicts. Boxing Tuesday, Edmonds versus P, Dodson versus Ortiz. Boxing Wednesday will be Tubbs versus Moore. Harrison and Miranda got buys. And Sherman versus Osborn. All right, where am I going next? Wait. All right, one at a time, Coach. I know. Bantam male, 70 pounds? Okay. Yep. I need quiet in the room, please. Bantam male, 70 pounds. Can you find that for me here? Number 1 seed, Michael Angel Martinez of Colorado. Nico Sanchez of California is number 2. Also in the bracket, Anthony Galvan of Houston. Antonio Rico of Austin. Manny Ratig of Ohio. Jorge Mendoza, Texas. Ryan Buckingham of Toledo. Suave Downs of Pennsylvania. Tyra Smith of California. Yahel Flores of Illinois. I got your guys. I need to find it. Okay, so we have a conflict here. Mendoza and Rico. Antonio Rico and Jorge Mendoza. Okay, I need to find it. Bantam, please. Bantam male. Okay, so they're boxing every day with a Friday final. 2 bouts on Tuesday. We'll draw the bracket. Mendoza is in the top. Rico's in the bottom. Correct. So boxing Tuesday will be Mendoza versus Flores and Rico versus Rettig. They might be fighting at the same time, but not against each other. We'll try to put them in the same ring. Also, boxing on Wednesday is Smith and Buckingham and Galvan and Suave Downs. Suave. Johnny's kind of right. One sec. We print this. Okay, Johnny, was it male intermediate what? Okay. Can you find me intermediates, please? So it's right in front of me. Yep. Okay, our number 1 seed is Yasir Jr. of New York. Isaiah Darden of Toledo is number 2. Brandon Johnson of Ohio is number 3. Richard Dodson of Maryland's number 4. Also in the bracket, Alfredo Gonzalez from Wisconsin. Hernando Walthall from Georgia. Joey Isaac of Cincy. Rivera the 5th from Philly. Noah Garcia of Utah. And Takeem Bradley of Albany. How many national champs are in this bracket, Johnny? 7 out of 10. We're gonna move this final to Saturday night. It'll be pay-per-view only. Put it on that big screen in front of the Prudential Center. All right, we're going to draw this bracket. I don't see any conflicts. Isaac versus Gonzalez will box on Tuesday. So will Rivera versus Bradley. Dodson Garcia will go on Wednesday. Junior and Darden receive buys. And Johnson and Walthall on Wednesday. All right, one sec, please. One sec. Johnny has the second one first. Intermediate? Hey, Johnny was my crowd control. It's a small one. All right, intermediate male 138. We got Elijah Lugo from Georgia as our top seed. Ashton Jackson from Mississippi is our number 2 seed. Also in the bracket, Amir Butts of Philly and Marco Romero of Turner Boxing. Going to draw the bracket. They're going to box on Wednesday with a Friday final. It's seeded, so it determines where it's going to go. Lugo versus Butts, Romero versus Jackson. Should I flip a coin? Should I flip a coin? So, highest bidder. Hey, this is a good-looking bracket. We'll do this one. Intermediate female 119. Gabriela Tellez of Texas, number 1. Kayla Huff of Cleveland, number 2. Lexus Johnson, New Jersey. Carolina Cruikshank of Maryland. They're going to box Wednesday final. All right, so I'm getting call-ins now. Draw the next bracket. All right, sorry. Draw this one. Tellez and Cruikshank, Johnson and Huff.
Yeah, we're here too for 75 intermediate.
Intermediate male, 75 pounds. We have 7 boxers. Number 1 seed is Angelo Hernandez of Florida. Number 2 is Thomas Covington of Detroit. Ushore Williams from Toledo is our number 3 seed. Also, Isaiah Harris of California. Kamari Rainey of Cincy. Moses Hickman of Georgia. Ramon Ordonez of New Jersey. Number 1 seed receives the bye. We'll be boxing on Thursday. Intermediate male 75. That's right. Boxing on Tuesday will be Harris and Ordonez, Covington and Hickman, and Williams and Rainey. That's not a conflict? Williams and Rainey, no? Everybody, no? Don't think so. Top is the red, bottom is the blue. Intermediates? Intermediate male 110. Intermediate male 110. No show. Can you pull the book? Look at it again. Where is it?
What am I looking at? What do you look at better?
I got no weight for him. So next one, 114, intermediate male 114. This one looks like we lost our seeds. So Ian Thorpe moves up to the 1 seed. They're going to box every day. Okay, intermediate male, 114 pounds. Our number one seed's Ian Thorpe of Laredo. Also boxing, Akeem Robinson, Ohio. Angel Sanchez Estrada, Colorado. Christian Thompson of Maryland. Elijah Willett of Utah. Musa Robinson from Maryland. Nassel Reed of Louisville. Patrick O'Connor of Maryland. Samaj Alston of Pennsylvania. Shaquem Harris of Washington, D.C. And Z Zamora of Florida. Boxing Tuesday. Angel Sanchez Estrada versus Akeem Robinson. Musa Robinson versus Christian Thompson. Patrick O'Connor versus Shaquem Harris. All of the boxers come back on Wednesday. I think I'm really messing up the wall. Hold on. We got intermediate 110. It was 110? Hey, I'm going to let her sort that out, and we're going to keep looking. All right, Bantam 75 pounds. Our number one seed's Edgar Valdez of Houston. Number two, Salim Rafari of Alexandria. Also, Andre McCallum of Virginia. Anthony Medina of Wisconsin. Christian Hernandez of California. Christopher Rich of Georgia. Dylan Bahina Dominguez of Utah. Jesse Urbina of Toledo, and Yoel Contreras of Phoenix. 9 boxers. All right, I got a discrepancy on this one.
Okay, what about?
Bantam,
Checking this one? Or?
no, Bantam 75. You have to look at the books, because do we have a weight for him? Because I have him in my list. So if he's good, if you have a book.
Do we have him go grab those from over there then?
Can you check the books on this guy? Can you see if we have 9 books in this bracket? All right, we're going to delay on that one too. I can only hear one voice at a time. We got to investigate the books there. I don't want to draw it with making any mistakes. So this one looks good. Bantam male, 65 pounds. Number one seed, Jeremiah Vasquez of Greeley, Colorado is number 1. Khalil Harvey of Michigan is number 2. Also in the bracket, Steve Castaneda, Maryland. Ryan Slagle, Pittsburgh, California. Nasim Hassan of Wisconsin. Prince Nasim. Juan Galvan of Houston. Knockout Factory. Isaac Rivera of Pennsylvania, and Aiden Vaught of Ohio. So, Bantam 65, that means we're all going to be boxing tomorrow. I started skipping around a little bit. I know a lot. Guys, come on, get your timing down.
If they've been DQ'd, should I even have their book?
DQ'd for what reason? Didn't they quit? Oh, yeah, no, DQ, then we pull them out. That means we might have to put someone else in. So we'll go right back. Okay, good. Okay, Bantam male, 65 pounds. They're going to have a Wednesday rest day. So we're going to go and draw that one. Everyone's boxing Tuesday. Vasquez Hassan, Rivera Vaught, Castaneda Slagle, Galvan versus Harvey. Hold on. We got to go back to this other one. We print this. What was that one? It was intermediate mail, what?
110.
Okay. So who am I taking?
We put him back in.
And who's coming out?
He's not even on this list.
Yeah, that doesn't solve my, yeah, Dustin Jimenez, okay. Whoops. What's his name? You're covering up all my stuff. All my stuff's covered up. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the beginning. Okay, enemies, mail. Okay, we're sorted this out now. Intermediate male, 110 pounds. Number 1 seed is Cornelio Phipps of Pennsylvania. Number 2 is Jeremiah Jameson from Maryland, number 2. Also Amir Hopkins from Maryland. Jesus Diaz Ramirez from Kentucky. Joshua Briggs from Maryland. Justice Henry from Florida, and Nathan Martinez from Florida. We have a couple conflicts in this bracket. Jameson and Briggs. Do we also have any conflict with Henry and Martinez? Nope. Going to draw the bracket. So Briggs is in the top half and Jameson's in the bottom half, okay? So the top seed, Phipps, will box on Thursday. All other boxers will be boxed on Tuesday. That's Briggs versus Martinez, Jameson versus Hopkins, and Ramirez versus Henry. Come on. Band and female, 114, final on Wednesday. Mercedes Castaneda of Texas, Yasmin Rosales of Milwaukee. Rosales in red, Castaneda in blue. Jose, give me one. No? Go ahead. 910? No? 8? Is that, oh, that's male.
Was your no-show correct?
Brianna Epperson, Missouri, Michaela Castanon of Texas. Be on Wednesday. Yep. Hold on, let's save the Pee-wees. Who you got? No, male. Is that the one we were doing, Bantam 75?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, there's no way in the book, so it must have been a no-show.
Okay, so then we should be down to 8. Okay, can let's see my papers again? I need to see my papers. I need to be able to see my papers. Bantam. Bantam male 75 says 8, so that goes on Tuesday. Okay, Bantam male, 75 pounds. Number 1 seed, Edgar Valdez of Houston. Number 2 seed, Salim Rafari of Alexandria. Andre McCallum of Virginia, Christian Hernandez of California, Christian Rich of Georgia, Dylan Bahena Dominguez of Utah, Jesse Urbina of Toledo, and Yoel Contreras of Phoenix. Nice even bracket of 8 boxers. All will be boxing Tuesday. Wednesday will be a rest day. Come back Thursday with a Friday final. Valdez versus Balahina Dominguez, Contreras versus Hernandez, Urbina versus McCallum, and Rich versus Rafari.
Excuse me, thank you.
All right, the Pee Wee 9-10 males will have their finals on Thursday, so this bracket will have a Wednesday rest day. Nolan Huntley, Toledo's the #1 seed, will get the bye. Zechariah Hudson from Georgia will be the #2 seed. Leonardo Blancas of Wisconsin, also in the bracket. Okay. Justin, it's Justin. Justin, come on. Take over for me. Got another one? $90. I got 5 on here. 90 pounds. Oh, wow. All right. Tawid Peleas, Georgia, was DQ'd from the bracket. So all boxers will box tomorrow, have a Wednesday rest day. The top seed is Rayshawn Jones. Is he Philly? Rayshawn? Also in the bracket, Deontay Oliver from Toledo, Felix Miranda, New York, and Noah Carr from Rochester. Any conflict? Worked out. Jones and Carr, Miranda and Oliver. They told me no. Intermediate? I'm sorry, Jerome. See what happened with Lugo. I never had anyone.
No, sure.
Oh, Ethan Smith couldn't make it. Canceled. Next. Intermediate 80. What's that? Intermediate? All right, Kevin Ayala, San Antonio, Texas, is the #1 seed at intermediate male, 80 pounds. You also have Orlando Zamora from California, Yashin Arrington of Indiana. Intermediate finals will be on Friday. So they'll box Wednesday and Friday. Ayala with the bye. Arrington versus Zamora on Wednesday. Coach? $80 bantam? Sorry, $80 bantam? Woo! Got 11 listed here. And I got 12 in here, so we got a problem. We got no seeds. Owen Miranda's came out.
On mine.
Yeah, but
Mine's, I counted. I have 4 weights.
oh, Owen Miranda did come. You have 12? Okay, I have 12 here. So then it matches that. We're good.
Do you want the other Miranda too? No, those are different ones. Those
Yeah.
are from Maryland.
No, there's two though, Miranda.
What do you
Joseph.
think?
Joseph. Okay. So we're good. Bantam male 80 pounds. We'll be boxing every day, Tuesday through Friday. David Holland of Illinois, Gavin Bernal of Illinois, Grayson Huopi, California, Guillermo Zuniga of Wisconsin. What do I have? Zuniga. Where's Miranda? Is he Zuniga? I don't have Owen Miranda. Yeah, I do have Owen Miranda. Never mind. Sorry, Zuniga. Jermaine Nix of Cleveland. Jose Sanchez Estrada of Colorado. Caleb Moreland of Toledo. Leonard Ross of Michigan. Marcus Williams of Albany. Owen Miranda of Wisconsin. Sincere Torres of Pennsylvania. And Yusef Robinson of Maryland. So we definitely have a conflict between Zuniga and Miranda. Again, they will start on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, final on Friday. Any other conflicts? Illinois? Nope. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, Zuniga is on top and Miranda on bottom. Mom coming? Mom coming? Miranda Ross? We check the books. I'm sorry? Pee-wee, oh, 910, you want 8? That's it? All right. Pee-wee, 8 male, 65 pounds, number 1 seed, DeMarcus Cox of Columbus, also Daniel Rotman of Brooklyn, and James Bragg of Toledo. So we managed to do these on Wednesday finals. Get you out. Tuesday will be Reitman versus Bragg and Cox in the final. Hold on. She was calling. Pee-wee 910 male, 70 pounds. Number 1 seeds Julian Camacho, Houston. Also in the brackets, Gianni George of Columbus, Graylo Coach of Cincy, and Jamali Tucker of New York. This will be a Thursday final. I got no weight recorded for him. Okay. Was it?
Pee Wee 910s, 70 pounds.
All right. We're going to move on. Pee Wee, 8-year-old male, 50 pounds. Number 1 seed, Joshua Reagan of Pittsburgh. Number 2, Marshawn Higgins of Ohio. Also, Benito Rodriguez of California and Francisco Lopez of California. Boxing on Tuesday. Rest day. Oh, sorry, no rest day. Final on Wednesday. Reagan versus Rodriguez. Lopez versus Higgins. Pee Wee, 8-year-old male, 55 pounds. Number 1 seed, Axel Cooper, Georgia. Isaac Ibarra of California and Juan Flores of Illinois. Pee Wee, 8-year-old male, 70 pounds. Cruz Cunningham of Pennsylvania. Kyle Green of Richmond, Virginia. Oops, this will be Wednesday.
Unless this goes over on a day. I only have. Give me 5. Three people off by
All those green ones?
right now.
What's the green highlighting?
I have no clue.
That just means she went through it for the ones that were missing weights. So what the fuck? You're nice to do. All right, that was all our Pee Wee 8s drawn.
Sure want to keep doing this? Because in the after this. See those 3? So they're entire. These are the whole.
That's funny. class. What was that weight class again? That one you're holding, what is it?
What did I- Sorry.
Age?
70 pounds, PB 1970.
It's okay, we got room for it. Okay, tell me who's missing.
Zachariah Chapman.
Okay,
Micah Rankin Higgins. Andre Martinez. Courage kid.
Izoni?
Yes.
No, that's not right.
I see his eye apostrophe Z. I look in the first name class.
Denver?
That should make 8.
PB 910 mail goes on Thursday.
You want me to check the bottom of that? We got it all of them. What's wrong? No. Makes me wanna go check everything.
Pee-wee 910 male, 70 pounds. Number 1 seed is Julian Camacho of Houston. Number 2 seed, Zachariah Chapman of Pennsylvania. Number 3 is Izoni Goodrich of Denver. Andreas Martinez, Wisconsin. Gianni George of Columbus. Graylo Coach of Cincinnati. Jamali Tucker, New York. And Micah Rankin Higgins of Ohio. They're going to all be boxing Tuesday, Thursday final. How come I only have 7 on here? Then what is this one? 65. You had 8?
Looks like the first one's had 9.
We're going to have to examine that one as well.
Grabbing all the books.
All right, we'll go ahead and draw this one. Everyone boxing Tuesday. Camacho versus Martinez. Coach versus George. Goodrich versus Tucker. Higgins versus Chapman. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. 85 too. Okay. We want to go back to this one too because he says that his numbers here are off.
Pee-wee 910 male, 80 pounds. 3 boxers. Number 1 seed Shahid Francis of Pennsylvania. Also Michael O'Connor, Maryland. And Jazavier Okindo of Pennsylvania.
She wrote it. It makes me feel better. So let's check this. Yeah.
Paper.
Check the paper.
Too much, too much, too much, too much.
Okay.
Pee Wee 910 male, 85 pounds. Javier Mitchell, New York. LaRon Manning of Washington, D.C. They'll be boxing final.
That's how many I have weights for. So that's good. Yeah, what did I tell you? 65. Yeah, months. And
55 doesn't match up either. You have someone you want me to draw, you guys? Who- Bantam male, 106.
this one doesn't.
Bantam male, 85. Yeah, here I have 6, and there we have 7. Bantam male. Okay, we'll go 7. Okay, Bantam male, 85 pounds, 7 boxers. Finest Cummings of New York is our number 1 seed. Roy Garcia of Laredo, number 2. Kevin Johnson of Ohio, number 3. Michael Bautista, New Jersey, number 4. Also, Jalen Young of Tampa. Kadir Mosley of Pennsylvania, and Salim Bey of Philly. Finest Cummings, number 1 seed, gets the bye. On Tuesday, it'll be Bautista versus Bay, Garcia versus Mosley, and Johnson versus Young. Bantam male, 106. What? Do we draw? Okay.
I think he should be seated. Back to the 70s.
Bantam male, 106. I'm missing a number 1. Okay. Bantam male, 106. Top seed is Luis Marquez of Tampa. Also, Dominic Covington of Maryland and Jose Martinez of Laredo, Rufin Harris of California. 106, it's Wednesday. They'll begin Wednesday, have final on Friday. Got any more? Got one?
I have this right.
Bandit, oh, that one that we got to redo?
You put this
Bantam
on
101 is
Thursday,
different.
on Tuesday.
You said Bantam
This
101?
is Wednesday, right? This
No,
column?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
So that's right, Tuesday.
Mhm.
Bantam 101,
Yep.
you said? Oh, intermediate 101? Okay, yeah, that is the one we're about to do.
Look at the other bouts that are around their weight, right? Watch the bout when they come out of the ring. Talk to the coach. If he agrees to it, bring it to me. Yep,
Cool, those are the two that
And then,
right. It's knockout factor.
and then the 65,
Okay.
he thinks he should be right number one. Or,
Good. What is the age? Sorry.
well, there's the one, the
We'll start
intermediate,
with Bantam male, 65 pounds.
Okay.
and then that,
One
middle,
one.
Yep.
right, the day.
Mm-hmm. Vasquez is here. Just missed it. Khalil Harvey.
Okay.
Is it the right number? Is 8 boxers correct? Bantam male, 65 pounds, redraw. Number 1 seed, Juan Galvan of Houston. Number 2, Jeremiah Vasquez of Colorado. Number 3, Khalil Harvey of Michigan. Also Aiden Vaught, Ohio. Isaac Rivera, Pennsylvania. Prince Nassim Hassan from Wisconsin. Ryan Slagle of California. Steve Castaneda of Maryland. We're going to take a 15-minute break and then be right back. Test, test. So it's picking up something else when we turn it off, huh?
It's still on.
I just turned it on and it stopped popping.
When you turn it off, it pops.
There we go. All right. Intermediate male 132. Hold on. David Whitmire, DC. Pradek Gurug of Colorado. Whitmire will be red. Gurung will be blue.
Intermediate? Yeah. We are not working on that one. Okay. I know they are. No.
That one? Intermediate 125? Yeah, we already put it up. Of intermediate?
Hold on, let them take a picture of us. I think that's what they're doing. You got it?
You're not going to be able to see it. Nope. No, I made you a printout. What was
Say
the
that aloud.
what-
We're gonna have like 6 more people come in now.
what was the one that we just redid?
We just redid 101.
Okay, I got to do that one. Keith. Oh, sorry. Hey, young man. Yeah,
I could just have this?
of course.
This is Andrew Council, Mike.
Oh, is it? How you doing? Mike,
He
good to
fought,
meet you.
yeah, you know, Buddy McGurk and those guys like that.
For him.
Yeah, he actually beat Buddy McGurk.
That's his. Andrew, that's for him. That's take it, snatch, just take it. You're good. All right, intermediate male 101, redraw. Number 1 seed, Yasir Jr., New York. Number 2, Isaiah Darden, Toledo. Number 3, Richard Dodson, Maryland. Alfredo Gonzalez of Wisconsin. Hernando Walthall of Georgia. Isaiah Gonzalez of Texas. Joey Isaac of Cincy. Juan Rivera V of Philly. Noah Garcia, Utah. Takeem Bradley of Albany. Monica, is there any discrepancies? All right, so you got Gonzalez Rivera on Tuesday, and Isaiah Gonzalez versus Walthall also on Tuesday. All other boxers come back on Wednesday. Can you tell John? He was fighting Tuesday already. Intermediate male, 70 pounds, 3 boxers. They'll box on Wednesday and Friday. Emmett, we have number 1 seed, Kafra Abdus Salam, Knockout Factory, East End, Houston. Emmett Vilal Hondo from Texas, Ezequiel Suarez from New Jersey. Any discrepancies? Intermediate male, 85 pounds. We have 8 boxers. Number 1 seed, Ranulfo Bocanegra from Texas. Also, Brial Jackson of Louisville. Cesar Gonzalez of Oregon. Confessor Rivera of Wisconsin. Greg Collins of Ohio. Rayon McKelvey of Pennsylvania. Tremel Metz of Cincy. Xavier Rodriguez of Pennsylvania. Got you? Intermediate male. 85 pounds. They'll have a Wednesday rest day. Everybody will be boxing Tuesday. Monica, do you have another bracket that we didn't do? Do you have another bracket that we haven't drawn yet? Okay, great. Intermediate male, 90 pounds, 6 boxers. Is that right? 6? That's 9. Number 1 seed, Darnell Timms of Pennsylvania. Also, Armand Jackson, Kentucky. Elijah Vandershoot, Tennessee. Raleigh Bourne of Queens. Raekwon Gardner of Michigan. And Renee Camacho, Houston. Tuesday, Gardner Camacho. Bourne Jackson. Wednesday will be a rest day. The winner of Gardner Camacho faces Vandershoot on Thursday. I got 7. Okay.
Yes. I will go back for you one more copy.
Do you know they're bringing a big copy machine out?
What?
They brought in a big copy machine.
To Aldi?
Intermediate male, 95 pounds. Number 1 seed, Hector Frias of Milwaukee. Gage Whiting of Michigan. Jeremiah Munoz of Pennsylvania. Juan Perez of Harrisburg. Nico Provins of Pittsburgh. Omar Mahmoud, Falls Church. And Samir Rafari of Alexandria. I'm missing 1. I got 7. You have 7 at intermediate male, 106.
Believe it or not, I do.
You have 7? DQ. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Who's what?
Him and his sister have real similar names.
There was one for sitting right up here.
Intermediate male 106, number 1 seed Santion Thomas of Ohio, Josiah Ortiz of Pennsylvania is the number 2, Davy Lozada, Milwaukee, Ibrahim Mason of Cleveland, Lorenzo Garcia of Colorado, Presley David of North Carolina, Uziel Yepes Espinoza of Kansas. Intermediate male 145, number 1 seed Tavorian Anderson, Bug from Red Stick in Bout, Kevin Ochoa, Limerick, Oregon, Ramir Wise of Philly. Bug gets the bye.
Everybody done with Duke what?
Okay. So it's a junior and intermediate done. What's next?
Bandos. Or intermediate female, whichever.
Oh. I don't have any 90 pounders, intermediate female.
So now your first one for 95.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
4. Hey, Marty. Tell the guy back there. We need to find his email from Madison. The last row.
Intermediate female, 95 pounds, Araceli Guidino from Wisconsin, Grace Gonzalez of Colorado, Keila Pruneda of Texas, and Valerie Garicha of Texas. Intermediate female 110. Number 1 seed Yolomar Lopez of Orlando. Number 2 is Sarai Brown from Georgia. Also in the bracket, Samaria Ladd of Toledo and Shamirical Hardaway of Georgia. Was informed of a conflict, the 2 Georgia boxers. I will redraw this bracket. I will redraw this bracket.
You will redraw this bracket.
We're going to manually set this bracket because they're seeds. That concludes the intermediates.
What do you want to vote? Can we find out if they're waiting for anything? You guys?
There might be some that are boxing tomorrow, but Brooke is waiting on. You're taking the sets up, Brooke? Yeah, I did. She's only got the unit so far. That's fine. We didn't do this one yet? Bantam 75? Female? Only have one listed. Under, don't quite know what happens here. She was overweight. So we're going to have to get them to do a match. Well, that's not right. I know, right? Not even. Yep.
I don't know.
Bantam female, 85 pounds. Number 1 seed, Layla Zakharova, New York. Number 2, Joanna Martinez of Montana. Also, Aaliyah Ortiz of Texas. And Jaden Begay of Arizona. Boxing Tuesday and Wednesday.
Does that need to be answered? Hello, this is Taryn. I'm sitting right next to him. Is there something I can help with? I've not seen any keys, but tonight we can check when we go, because it the hall deed, so we haven't been down there in a while. We're still running the live draw. But we're still here, and you're welcome to come check, but no one's brought them up at the draw.
Bantam female, 95 pounds, number 1 seed, Yalissa Turpin of Indiana,
Well, we,
Ayana Akamash of Wisconsin, and Savannah Jackson of DC.
let me look for some keys.
Bantam female, 95.
Mike, tell that man no keys.
Hey, she wasn't able to find any keys. Hey, she wasn't able to find.
I'm on. It's been off the entire time.
Okay, it's on now. Okay. Going back, Bantam male, where are we at here?
Well, you said you finished the bantams.
Yes.
When you walked out.
No, I did the Bantam female. 65, redraw, 70, 75. Bantam male, 90 pounds. Yes, thank you. Bantam male, 90.
How many,
I got 6.
Okay, so do I.
The Bucks on Friday. Yep, I will. Bantam male, 90 pounds. Number 1 seed, Jojo Awengoa. Number 2, Kenny Labatz from California. That's it. Amir Lee from Maryland. Antonio Gaston from Toledo. Devin Wilson Brieto of New York. And Caleb Johnson of North Carolina. Boxing on Tuesday. Rest day Wednesday. Final Friday. Bantam male, 95 pounds. 2 competitors, Jackie Walker, New Jersey, Price Sparrow of Kentucky. Final will be on Wednesday. I drew Cavante. Which was it? 60? So there's 2 in the bracket. So we moved it up to Wednesday. Good? Hmm?
So 90, now we're moving on, 106.
95. Need 101. 101, I got 7. Yep. Bantam male 101, number 1 seed Marcus Luther, Washington, D.C. Number 2, Aldo Blancas of Milwaukee. Kevin Huff of Cleveland. It's the number 3 seed. Also Chris Martin, Georgia. Giovanni Wilson, New York. Luis Ernesto Castaneda, Maryland. And Nafis Owens of Philly.
Bonnie, do you want to go eat?
What time is it?
It's like 4:30.
Four to six.
They were hanging out there at like 3:30 all day.
That's all of the bantams, bantam male, bantam female. All the Pee-wee 8s have been done. Pee-wee 9, 10 females have all been done. Check the Pee-wee 9, 10 males. 55 pounds. So I got 5 on here.
You were 10, 5,
55, yeah.
I've got 4.
Okay, got 4
I have a
here.
no-show and a DQ.
I had 6 on here. Okay, good.
Same.
So Tuesday and that would be a Thursday final.
What am I supposed to do?
Tell me what's it say.
He didn't know that the weigh-ins were today, and could we please let his youth fighters still compete?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Somebody can have a match bout. Pee-wee 910 male, 55 pounds. Top seed is Max Manriquez of California. Number 2, Julius Aravalos of California. Also Devin Montalongo of Wichita. Lawrence Davis of Ohio. They will have a Wednesday rest day, Thursday final.
How's the ink doing, guys?
No, they're good. It's amazing. It hasn't been changed yet. Okay, 65 pounds, big bracket. I've got 9. So I have 8 on here.
And I also have 9. Yes, 9.
That means they're boxing on Friday.
The world's toughest computer, man. Printer.
Don't you know we bought those Albuquerque? That chart I put up? It's been at every one of those tournaments that printer has.
What do you say?
That printer, we bought them before Albuquerque, the first year.
Well, I know. They're amazing. That's why I said it's amazing. An amazing instrument.
And they don't go through a lot of ink either.
I think those HP inks are better than those like knockoff brands that Liz had bought a ton of.
True. And of course, we only use it, 5 or 6 times a year, really.
Not wrong.
Okay, so we have 9 boxers. Pee-wee 910 male, 65 pounds. Number 1 seed, LeVar Adams, Alexandria, Virginia. Mackay Fenwick, Oxon Hill, Maryland, number 2. Ivan Salazar, Longmont, Colorado, number 3. Hayden Huopi, California, number 4. Also the bracket, Adler Moore from Kansas, David Olguin from Texas, Jose Hielo of Colorado, Kason Harris of Columbus, and Mario Acosta of Spring. That's me. Yes, sir.
Mike, I'll be quick. I know you're busy. No Pee-wees are fighting today, right?
No Pee-wees are fighting today. In fact, I'm about to draw Mario Acosta's bracket.
You're doing it live right now?
You're live on the live stream.
So careful. No
Man,
bad.
let me get back on it. Let me get back on it.
No, just listen. I'm pulling it right now. You drew the first match. That will be Tuesday. Okay. So Tuesday boxing is Mario Acosta versus Jose Hielo. Then against the number 1 seed, Hopi.
That's the coach, Miss Wayans. This guy, Miss Wayans, is gonna try to ask you for an exception.
Say hello.
Hello. This is Scott. How can I help you? He's busy doing a live stream right now with the draws. Uh-huh.
I think we might be done. That's it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us till the end. We appreciate your dedication, and that's the conclusion of the draw. Next, we'll be publishing the brackets, putting them on the wall, and starting boxing in about an hour. Thank you. Good night.